Ice cream. What am I going to do?
Chocolate covered fruit?
I want more fruit. I want ice cream with chunks of cookie dough and peanut butter in it. All right. Speaking of trolls, not those that are having ice cream phones, but trolls online are a big thing people always ask me about. What a troll, any of the old school geeks here understand things like IRC chat and message boards. They come on there and just go, "How's your mom?" and run away, right? Just to bait you, just to get you angry. Well, Twitter's fantastic for trolls. Because the problem with Twitter, since you don't need permission to talk to people, is anybody can talk to you anytime. Facebook, they're a troll. They're just, my buddies are my trolls, but they're fine. So I don't mind that. It's the unknown. It's the keyboard commandos that'll come up there. I get trolls throwing stuff at me almost daily. Daily on there, okay? So I get things like this. Am I the only one that finds unmarketing and annoying blabber about self-prophetic ass? I had to look up self-prophetic. I'm not angry at this tweet. I'm angry he made me go to the dictionary and look up the term. I actually agree with most of this.
That's funny.
He's right. I am annoying. And I talk a lot. Self-prophetic just screwed me up a little bit. But here's my choice. If he says that, this guy had like 62 followers. And he says this to me. If he says this, if a man tweets and nobody's there to follow him, does it get tweeted at all? No. Nobody heard it. If I reply to him, now I open it up to all my followers. There are way too many great people on Twitter to spend your time dealing with these douchebags. Okay? Way too many great people on Twitter to ever spend your time. So I didn't tweet to him. I wrote a blog post about it and put this in there and told people not to feed the trolls. So that was a huge thing, is don't feed them. So this was a mention. I had somebody write to me, this is it's February 24th, this is 4 days ago, right, 5 days ago. Maybe you should drop the "un" from your name and start marketing. For some reason I find your tweets boring and without substance. So I crafted my reply, something like, "I find your mom boring without substance," or something like that. Just because I was angry, right? I'm like, dude, and I was in the middle of I was helping like 7 different people on Twitter. And this guy comes out and says this. And I say to myself, dude, that's not cool. Don't worry, I've blurred his eyes so you can't see who he is. And he's something Paul, Prince Paul or something like that. Lonely Paul, or whatever. I had to realize that the thing is, negativity is loudest always in our ear, right? You do a seminar like this, and we had feedback forms, and like 99 people loved it, and 1 hated it, and you're like, ah. And you look at that, right? You look at the one, 100 people could say, "You look great today." One person goes, "What's wrong with your hair?" You're screwed for a week, right? That's it. Where you insult your shoes, everybody loves them. One, you throw away the shoes. We listen to the loud negative voices. And I'm here to tell you that they don't mean anything. Every time somebody does this, it's their own problem. It's none of my damn business what somebody else thinks of me. It's none of your business what somebody else thinks of you. Right? Yes?
Gary Vaynerchuk doesn't give a damn about anybody.
Okay, good. Gary V, exactly. He just crushes it every day. Yeah.
So if you're running a major brand and you want to respond to those people because you want to convert them to customers, what do you recommend that?
Okay, you never want to convert this guy to customer.
Fair enough.
I never have an urge to convert. I am not the jackass whisperer. My job is not to help and rehabilitate jackasses. Okay? Be fine, don't look at them. It's dominant jackass. Don't look at them. Sorry. My job is to work with people who, if they have an actual complaint or an actual constructive criticism, yes, then talk to them. And if they don't become a customer, people will see it. The problem is, there's people out there, their job is trying to get rid of because they want exposure. And you don't want to lend your credibility to that. So you got to train somebody running a corporate account to say, don't take the bait. Legitimate complaint like, your product doesn't work, it's crap, I'll talk to them. Right? But if they say something like this, I don't have time for it. Okay? But luckily, through technology, I actually got a webcam photo of this guy after he tweets it, something like this. In his mom's basement. I love the wood paneling, by the way. The dot matrix printer. He either looks like this, and he's very lonely, or he looks like this, and when you're popping 4 collars, right? And the line on this one is, you might be cool when you ain't 4 popping collars, right? Either way, I don't care what either of these people, right? Either way, I don't need to deal with you or the other guy. We need less of them in the world. Focus on those who bring you up, not who try to push you down. It makes sense. The only way I could be where I am today is because of the support of the great people I've got out there. I have never met never in my history of business or in my life found a resource or place that has more intelligent, funny, supportive people anywhere than I found on Twitter. Ever. That means it's going for people in this room that I've met as well. It's the greatest place I've found people, and I've been online since '95. It's an incredible resource and too short to spend with dude here.
But isn't there an issue of it protecting your brand essentially? So will you make that decision based on the number of followers and think, you know what, I have to respond to this because
No,
if I don't.
because the thing is, if it's somebody who's got 1 million followers, okay, and they're actually giving a legit, like when Kevin Smith, great example, last week when Kevin Smith was thrown off Southwest plane because he was too fat, called and he just lost his mind on Twitter, and Southwest handled it very well. I don't know if you saw the follower, look it up at Kevin Smith and Southwest Airlines. You'll see it. He came out there and lashed out, really vulgar, really angry. Southwest had to reply because they were already had a presence in Twitter, so they just handled it really well. Hey, we gave you a call. We'd like to work something with this out. We're very sorry this happened. We're going to figure it out, right? So yeah, you can't. Here's the biggest thing, and I thank you for bringing this up. Being silent on Twitter or anywhere else where you have a presence is worse than not being there at all. Okay? If you're not going to use it, don't have an account. Because people will see the account like today. I just ranted today about Hortons. Because Roll Up the Rim was the #1 trending topic in Canada. It started, right? Yay! Twitter has an account that hasn't tweeted since last October. Right? Hortons has an account that hasn't tweeted since last October. So they're just silent. It's like they don't care, literally. Which brings us up to this. Which is automation.